Hello everybody, I'm Sharpened Blade, and today we're going to talk about the Nymble. So, what drew me to this knife, you may ask? Why do I like this knife so much? And it's a simple answer. It's the fidgetability. This knife takes the fidget factor and cranks it all the way up to 11. It's a fantastic knife. It is such a fun knife to fidget with. It'll take your thumb off at the nail if you wanted to, because it drops. And it flips. You can use your middle finger, you can flick it. Reverse flick, awesome. Regular flip, don't focus on my face, awesome. Front flip, I suck, but it's awesome. The fidget factor alone makes this worth every single penny that this knife costs. I believe they're sold out. They just sold out. Just now. No, they sold out a couple of days ago, I think. You can check it out. I'll leave a link in the description of this video to EMP EDC's website where you can find this knife and the thick boy. Focus. But for right now, I believe they're sold out. But anyways, yes, he'll be doing more drops because the Nymble is a hot ticket item for him. He's got all kinds of versions coming out. He's got a liner lock coming out. He's got the Nymble X coming out, which is a bigger version. This is an overall length of 7 inches, 3-inch blade length, 4-inch handle length, roughly. Yeah. I got my notes here. Let's see what it weighs. 3.67 ounces. Very nice. So it's not super heavy, but it's got a nice weight to it. But anyways, lots of options available. Like I say, the Nymble X is coming out soon for pre-order. Keep an eye on that. I'll leave a link to EMP EDC's Instagram profile in the description as well, so you can check it out. He posts a lot of information on there, so check out his Instagram. But anyways, back to the knife. This particular version is the reverse tux. So it has a black wash blade and then just a stone washed handle. This is in the frag pattern, like on the handle. You can also get them just smooth, the smooth tie on the handle, and you can get them in a multitude of colors. Black, I think there's more. Black, stone washed, and then there's, did he do different colors with that too? I can't remember right offhand. There's a lot of different colors, different blade finishes. In this one, it's DLC in there, in this hole, but usually it's sandblasted, or bead blasted, sorry. It's usually bead blasted in there. And then you have a satin finish or a stone washed finish on the blade. But this one is just the black wash, which is really sharp, really nice contrast with the stone washed handles. I really like this. This was my only option at the time, but it is pretty badass looking, if I do say so myself. The hardware is all black on this one. But like I say, there's so many different options. And there's also the hardware kits you can get that if you don't like the look of this one, there's many other flavors out there. So like I just mentioned, the hardware kits. So you get, in the hardware kits is $39. You get all the hardware. You get a backspacer, pocket clip, screws, pivot screw, everything in different colors, like blue, green, purple, black, bronze. Really nice options. Even there's Moku tie. It's $89 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, $89. I just remembered. $89 for the Moku tie. So that's really sharp looking. It looks fantastic on this version too. So I may get that, but it goes very fast. He does it on drops, and it goes very fast. But anyway, this knife is not just a fidget toy. This knife cuts. It's a flat grind, but it's very, I know it's not very tall, you know, in the grind. It's a decently tall blade itself, but the grind is not overly tall, but it is slicey. It's very slicey. It's a pleasure to use because it's so slicey. It goes through cardboard like nothing, goes through paper like nothing, goes through tape and plastic like nothing. It's fantastic. I love using this knife. It's so slicey. And it does a number on your thumbnail too. But it's gone. No super glue needed here. But anyways, yeah, it's very, very slicey. I like using it. Ergos are great. In my left hand, that will lead into the only negative I have with this knife. But the ergos are great in my left hand. It feels really nice. It just kind of fits right in. It feels best when I choke up like this. Lots of really good control this way. Love it. Awesome to use. Ergos are excellent. However, in my right hand, ergos suck. This area right here, and it's only because of my arthritis. That's all I think it is. From this groove here to this choil, there's a lot of space there. And most people probably wouldn't notice it, but if you have maybe small hands, but I'm thinking it would pertain mostly to people with arthritic hands. This just feels really uncomfortable because it spreads my fingers out so far, and my fingers are already bent the wrong direction. As it is, as you can see, it's like they should be straight and they're like 45-degree angle. But anyways, this feels really uncomfortable in hand and in my right hand. Only my right hand. I have arthritis in my left hand, but I guess it's just not as bad as my right hand. But yeah, ergos. It's just something. It's just this part right here throws the ergos off for my right hand, but it feels great in my left. So you know, that's the only negative thing I can say about this knife. Honestly, everything else about it is perfect. But that negative only would apply to certain people. Maybe it only applies to me. I don't know. But yeah, just keep that in mind. If you have arthritis, you may have an issue with this spot here. But you could just put your finger here. It's just not as comfortable and not as, yeah, it doesn't feel as ergorific here. It's, you know, it feels fine, but it's definitely more comfortable if you can get your finger in there. But if that spreads your hands out too far, you can just choke up to this point. Anyways, I do notice that he changed this area on the thick boy, so maybe he'll do the same thing with this, just to make that space a little less wide. But anyways, I haven't heard anyone else complain about that, so it's probably just a non-issue. This knife is awesome. The design is awesome. The sound. If I could get my thumb out of the way quick enough, it would shut. It's pretty guillotine-y. But that sound, that click, oh, that's nice. It checks off all the boxes. There's 3 boxes to check off for me to really like a knife. The design, the sound, and the fidget factor. They all have to be there. I have to like the sound, I have to like the design, and I have to like how fidgety it is. It has to be fidgety in order for me to really like it. In order for me to keep it in my collection. I'm starting to be very picky with my knives. I've said this before, but I'm getting even pickier because I can't afford to keep all the knives I have and still get more. So I gotta let go of some knives. So anyways, that's kind of getting off topic. But this the point of my little rant there was that this checks off all 3 boxes for me, and this ain't going anywhere. This is a fantastic knife. If you get the chance to check one of these out, do yourself a favor and check it out. I love this knife and I can't recommend it enough. Now, size comparisons. I'm going to do it this way because I don't feel like getting the camera all rigged up for the other way. So, this is the Rat Model 1. Line up the pivots. So you can see it's smaller than the Rat Model 1, but it's about the same size. Maybe a little bit longer in the handle than the Rat 2. It's not an overly large knife. by any means. However, that forward finger choil does give you a lot more grip area. But that should do for this video. I know this wasn't a super serious review, but I'm tired of doing reviews. I haven't even done that many reviews. However, I just wanted to take more of a discussion approach to these knives. Maybe make it a little bit more entertaining for you and for me, because knife reviews are boring. Like when I do them. Not when you watch them, but when I do them. Boring. I don't like boring videos. So, they may not always be like this, but I figured this knife is just a fun knife, so I was going to have fun with this video. But that being said, thank you so much for watching. Take care.